How's it going, everybody? Let's take some time to talk about Merch Titans automation. And this video is not a tutorial. It's I'm going to go through some of the functionality and some of the I guess features that the tool has. But basically, what I want to do is give you an opinion. I've now used this tool for almost a year. And I use it every single day. I use it on a number of platforms, pretty much every single platform that actually they support. And I know you guys who watch this channel mostly are interested in Merch by Amazon. So I'm going to kind of show you an example of how to upload the information to the tool and how that will actually be used to upload the products. But basically, like I said, as I'm going through this, I will be sharing my opinion, because when I started using this tool, and I've put out a video, I think close to a year ago, back in March, about this, I was overwhelmed when I saw, for example, the tool itself. And let's go home here. So this is the actual tool, this here. And when I started kind of looking through this and just looking at all this, it was just kind of like, there's so much information, I don't know what to do with it. But as I used it, even maybe like a week or two into actually using it, it is extremely simple. It is probably one of the most user-friendly tools, automation tools for something like this that I've ever worked with or used. And I'm going to talk about some of that. So let's, for those of you who are not sure what this tool is, it's basically a tool that you can use to automate the process. So actually, let's see what these guys say. Take your designs and automate your uploads to multiple print-on-demand marketplaces simultaneously at the click of a button. Perfect. That's honestly exactly what it is. You put together a spreadsheet, and because that's what it's using. That's what you need to use to upload the information, and give it all the information that is required for the tool to upload to, let's say, Merch by Amazon or Redbubble or Spreadshirt or any of these other platforms, and we'll look at those platforms as well. So once you actually do that, once you clean up your spreadsheet, now that the spreadsheet has a path to your image, the spreadsheet has, and actually let me actually go and see where we are. Just one second. Here we go. Let's do this. So this is not the spreadsheet. This is actually after I've uploaded the spreadsheet. I'm just using a random design with random information just for this video. So basically, you would include the image path, your title, description, tags. So this is mostly for, Redbubble, if you're uploading to eBay or any of the other platforms that actually use tags. As you guys know, Merch by Amazon doesn't. Primary tag for TeePublic, brand for Merch by Amazon, and then you have your bullet points. So this is all the information that you actually need for each upload. So sometimes I'll have a spreadsheet with 50 images, 50 designs. Sometimes it'll be 6. It doesn't matter. You can go 200, whatever you want, right? So the way that I actually use this is, my number one platform that I upload to is Merch by Amazon, because I like to hit my daily limits and work on Merch by Amazon primarily because that is my go-to platform. But every single spreadsheet that I put together, I actually use for other platforms by changing a couple of things. So for example, if I was to upload this to Merch by Amazon, I will use this and upload it to my, let's say, eBay store, Etsy store, but changing certain things, because for example, Merch will add your product types after the title, where for example eBay won't. So if I'm uploading to a t-shirt specifically, then I will add, t-shirt here or whatever works for that platform. Okay, so we've talked about that. Let's look at the platforms quickly that this tool supports, just like I said, for people who don't know anything about this. Merch by Amazon, Printful. Now, Printful is actually somewhat unique because through Printful, you're able to not only upload to, let's say, your Etsy store, eBay store, your Amazon store, but you can then, through Printful, push those or upload those same designs to your online store or whatever else you want. Like, right, you can even do it directly through here. But I'm just saying there's so much integration, especially through Printful, that you know, Printful on its own is like being able to upload to 10 other platforms. So again, this, I'm just trying to express like the power of this tool. So let's go through, and I'm going to go through maybe just quickly Merch by Amazon, Printful, and I'll just do like a random one. I know that Redbubble is big, so we'll do that. So again, let me just make sure that I've explained this properly for anybody who's not familiar with the platform or who doesn't know much about it. This is a monthly service that you pay to this company. The actual tool that you use is right here. You go through, so for example, if you identify that you want to upload to Merch by Amazon, you want this tool to upload products to Merch by Amazon for you, so you don't actually have to do the manual work, then what you do is, like I explained, you take a spreadsheet, you upload it to this tool, and then you go through your settings and everything else. And let's just go through that fairly quickly. So these are the actual just kind of settings for your Merch by Amazon account. So do you want it to auto log in, you know, if you get logged out? Yes or no? Simple. Save your login information. Perfect. Use publish settings template. I'm not using anything right now. Save or submit. So for example, I actually want to publish it. I don't want to save it as a draft. So I have my setting as published. It also does the auto translate for you. Now it has the Amazon option, but it also has the DeepL. And DeepL, I actually just wanted to do a little more research. It's its own tool platform. That's one of the best translators in the world. So you can actually choose what you want to do and which service you want to use. You don't actually have to use the Amazon one. The random questions, just kind of like that's coming up right now. I wonder if there's actually any difference between how, and there's a lot of similarities. I've actually looked at the translations, but I'm just wondering if, for example, there are certain specific keywords or the order of words that will be placed or that will be better organized by one of these translation services. So for example, I wonder if Amazon does a good job. Right now, I actually use Amazon because my theory is use Amazon for Amazon stores. But I might be wrong, right? I don't know. Maybe DeepL is better. Anyways, I don't know. I haven't done a test on it, but it was just a thought that I just had as I was explaining this. Then your next step is to select your products and set your pricing. So for example, for a lot of designs, I'm able to actually push them. They make sense for all of my products. So if I, for example, as I'm going through this, I will select all the products for the US marketplace. I'll have my pricing right here. And then, for example, you can save these templates as well. Like I have a few templates that are just for, you know, everyday generic use. And then I have, for example, if I want to upload products at a very aggressive low price. So for example, for standard t-shirts, I'll go with something like $15.99. And I did that for a couple of months. I've learned that there's absolutely no difference in sales that I was making. So you would do this for every single marketplace. So this is kind of like, I'm just showing you to see. We don't have to go through all of them. You go to Japan and then you get to your fit type settings. So again, men, women, youth. Right now, for example, for this, I don't have youth selected because the intended upload design is about St. Patrick's Day. So there's usually like a word of drinking or something like that. That's in one of my either titles or bullet points, and that would be rejected right away if I was to put it on any youth product. So for example, you have that option. Color settings. Right now there's a couple of, like I was actually doing this, these are settings that I was just playing around selecting, but for example, I will select as many colors as they make, if they make sense, right? A lot of people will say, you know, max it out, just select 10 colors if you can. But for a lot of designs, it doesn't make sense. Like, you know, you're better off selecting 3 colors if your designs look amazing on those 3 colors. So anyways, you can select your colors for every single product type. As you can see, standard t-shirt, premium, v-neck, tank tops, and so on. For your pop sockets, you know, you can get wild because there's no set color. There are no set colors, so it's based on the design. So if you have a transparent design, you can select a background color, and that's kind of how it's placed on your pop socket. Same thing goes for your phone cases, tote bags, and throat pillows. So, you know, there's a lot of options here. But if your design looks best on black, then, you know, that's what you have to go with. Miscellaneous settings is just kind of like if you want the phone case image to be aligned. You know, there's a few options here. And then if you want to fully resize the image, you can enable this or not. Now this is interesting because this works on, I would say, overall prints, for example, for pop sockets, phone cases, pillows, but it doesn't necessarily work for designs that are meant to be on t-shirts, because this will completely enlarge it, and then sometimes it will be like, for example, your image will be larger than the print area. So I would say test this out. Like I've made a few mistakes before I actually completely realized what this meant, and now I just go with default settings. The last section here is just advanced settings, which is basically saying when we're uploading, which row do you want us to use for the title. And then, for example, if you've titled your spreadsheet and sections categories correctly, then it's pretty clear. But this, for example, if you title this description, if you put your title in the description, that's what you would select. But I'm just saying, hey, for the title, pull the information from the title row. For the description, pull the information from the description row, and so on. But again, this is just you selecting which row or column you want this tool to use from your spreadsheet. Okay, so that's basically everything for Merch by Amazon. Now I'm going to actually show you guys what this will do, and then I'll show you quickly Printful and, like I said, Redbubble. We'll go through this fairly quickly, but I want to show you how this works. So right now, as you've seen, you would go through these settings. You've selected the colors, designs, products, fit types. You've put in your prices, and now you go here. You select the platform you want to upload to. So I usually do one at a time. I've tried doing like 4, and it doesn't make sense. Like my computer gets super slow because it is a big job. But let's go with Merch by Amazon. And now I am going to let you guys see how it starts, but then I'm going to pause when it gets to my dashboard, and then I'm going to continue recording when it gets to the actual new a product, when you would like manually hit, add a new product. Because keep in mind, what this is doing is it's actually going and clicking on things without you doing it manually, right? Keep that in mind. Like you have a little robot assistant that's actually doing this for you. Like I said, for this video, I've only prepared that one product, and again, it's just like a random St. Patrick's Day leprechaun image with all of this information. Okay, so I've uploaded the design, I've selected merch, I've entered all the information, and we go start. So now you can, if you had a list of 100 products, you would select which ones you want to publish, and then you hit start upload. So it's starting, and like I said, I'm gonna pause in a second. So it opens a new spreadsheet, not spreadsheet, browser. Now it's actually, it is working. Okay, and here we are. So it's just clicked off my dashboard, which you guys would see a lot of my information, and then it's actually starting to create the products. Keep in mind, I'm hands-free, right? I'm just moving the mouse right here, but the actual software is doing everything on its own. Now, right now, today, for whatever reason, my internet is just a little slower. This platform is actually as fast as your internet connection. So keep in mind what's happening right now. Now this is done automatically. It's actually uploaded the design to all these products. However, at the same time, it's actually resizing it. So it's resized it to fit the hoodies, pop sockets. Now it's working on the iPhone case. It's going to go to Samsung. And again, like I'm not actually doing anything. So you not only have the upload function here, you have the resizing feature as well. So now when it actually has selected and uploaded the images to all the products, it will go through that information that I went through with you, where it's actually going to include the title, description. It will actually go through the pricing and it will enter that information. So right now, for example, 66 products are going to be uploaded for me within a minute or two. It might take a little longer today. Without me actually doing anything. I did all the work up front, as you guys have seen, in just simply selecting the information that you want to be uploaded. But the big job is actually cleaning up the spreadsheet and deciding what information you want to use, I guess, for those products. So if you want to be really specific, for example, then you would have a different description and bullet points for each product. But for example, sometimes like if they're in the same category, I will use similar or pretty much the same bullet points for, let's say, bullet point 1 or bullet point 2 and so on. So I've scrolled down, as you can see, like for example, I'm not moving any of this. This is actually being done on its own. Right now it's going through the color selection and the fit types. It's already uploaded, or uploaded the title and all the information that was in that spreadsheet. And as you can see here, it's actually selecting everything that we set. And now it's going through the price lists, and it will basically go do this for every single product. And then it will just simply push, now I'm scrolling, it will push publish, and that will be it. So I'm going to pause this right now and actually stop this upload because I actually don't want it to be uploaded. But I wanted to show you guys what the platform does. So as you can see, it's actually still working. It's going through every single product, every single price, and it's doing it for you, which is amazing. Okay, let's pause and we'll continue. Perfect, here we are. So that's pretty much it for Merch by Amazon. Very simple. Like I said, it looks super scary when you see like 100 things that you have to input, but it's basic information, nothing else. Printful. Now, again, like I said, I know that the main main platform that you guys who watch this channel are interested in is Merch by Amazon, but I know that a lot of people work with all these other platforms. So I'm going to spend, like I said, just a few minutes talking about Printful. Now, what I was doing is I was actually uploading products last night to my eBay store. So even though it's Printful, I was actually using the Printful platform to push products to my eBay store by using Merch Titans automation tool. And this is what I did. This is the URL for my store. So for example, I could do Etsy here, like I said, I can do Shopify, whatever I want. If I want to do Amazon, it wouldn't be Merch by Amazon, but it would be, just you selling on Amazon. You can do that as well. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to talk about eBay because that's exactly what I did. Now, eBay is my second favorite platform. I love it. I can upload millions of products. I've been working with eBay for years and years, so I actually have the ability to, like I said, to upload millions of products, sell millions of dollars worth of merchandise every month, because they also have selling limits. I don't, but I have the ability. It'd be awesome if I did those kinds of sales. So basically, all I have to do is you put in the URL to the store, and the last thing I'll say about this, the reason I upload to eBay is because then through Printful, I can just log into my Printful account. I can go to my stores, and even though, for example, I've uploaded 100 products to eBay, I will go to my Etsy store and say import products from my eBay store because they're linked through Printful. So if I upload 100 products to my eBay store using this automation tool, I can just easily, with a few clicks, upload all of those products to my Etsy store, and I can push them to other stores as well. So that, like, this is what I'm talking about. The integration here, the automation, it is amazing. So I select a product, I select a color. In this case, I only want, black, and this is kind of how you select the colors. And you would have to like watch a tutorial video to see what the selection, steps are. And then you pick everything else. You pick your mock-up, you pick your profit. So for example, like if I'm going with Gildan 64,000 and I increase the profit by 850, it turns out that for most products, it will actually set my price to be as $19.99. Sometimes it'll be $20.99 with free shipping, and then I don't actually have to do any changes or edits later on in my eBay account. And then the advanced settings are the same. I'm telling this tool to use from that same spreadsheet. I'm saying, hey, use the title information for title, description, and tags. That's it. I would go to the home page here, select Printful, and then start. It will go through the same process where you're hands-free and you're not doing anything. Redbubble, same thing. Setting up this the original settings does take a little time because the template URL, template product URL that you're using, and these are not my settings, has to be exactly the same as your selection here. So for example, you know how you have like for example, where you're saying, okay, copy my product from this product in Redbubble. Well, you have to make sure that the selection of products is exactly the same as it is in your URL. So if you have, for example, if you've selected a few extra products here than you have in your template URL, there will be problems. But if you're actually just kind of going through this and saying, hey, I've selected just the standard t-shirt here and on the link, or I've selected every single product here and there, you won't have any problems. And then you go, is this mature content? And then you're basically just selecting the information that you want to be uploaded for those products. Same thing, home, Redbubble, start. That's it. That's Merch Titans automation for you. This is, again, one of the, I would say, the most helpful tools that I can think of. I remember watching videos a couple years ago when I was just getting into print on demand in general, and then just getting super excited about merch by Amazon, and people were hiring virtual assistants. Of course they're called virtual assistants, but these are people actually working from other countries that you can pay a few bucks an hour. But even though, for example, it is like extremely affordable labor, and somebody's doing this for you, the cost of this tool actually, I think, eliminates the need for anybody to do this for you, right? Let's actually look at the pricing. I wonder if they have there it is. So single platform, if you just want to, let's say pick Merch by Amazon, 25 bucks a month. I have the all access pass, and for me, 70 bucks a month, not a problem at all, because like I said, I'm using the same spreadsheet. I can upload thousands and tens of thousands of not only products but designs to all of these platforms. Like I mean, what I do, my key ones are, like I said, Merch by Amazon, and then eBay, and then my online store, and through Printful, I'm going with eBay, Etsy, my online store. And like sometimes I'll just be able to do those in a day. Sometimes I actually don't even have that much time because the platform is actually working and uploading all the time. So 70 bucks a month for someone to be working for you every minute of every day. Like I actually, my routine before I go to bed is to start an upload to either merch or eBay and just let it, work overnight. Sometimes it'll work for an hour, sometimes it'll work for 4 hours. But the fact is that, this is exactly what you need if you're working with a number of platforms. Again, I have nothing bad to say about this tool. So in my opinion, $70 a month, completely worth it. I absolutely get that money back in sales. Sometimes in a day when it comes to if I'm taking all the marketplaces as one, like my profits will, but sometimes it doesn't matter. It pays off. So anyways, I think there's got to be a link in the description below if you guys want to check this out. And there's a couple of other automation tools that I use, but I'm not talking about those right now. So anyways, that's it. I know this is a long video, but I really wanted to take time and to tell you guys what my opinion is. With now using it close to a year, it is amazing. I love it. Check it out. There's a few other competitors. This is the one that I'm going with and extremely happy with it. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon.